Coach has been obviously our coach and our teacher through the years, our mentor, my mentor, and has developed into, one of your greatest friends. And I think back to so many times, what would he do, what did he do, when I'm trying to make decisions and do things here, and gratitude. That word comes up quite often when I think of my relationship and my time with Duke and my time with Coach K.
Tommy played as my point guard for 4 straight years on my staff, and I consider him like my son. We are very, very close. I love everything about him. Tommy saw a lot of things that he liked in our program, and one was continuity. People who knew you. And really, in building his program at Seton Hall, Michigan, and at Harvard, there are 2 people, 2 of our former managers, Brian DiStefano and Kirsten Green, who really were the key components that helped him and also were part of his family.
I'm really pleased that we were able to bring some Dukies along the way with us and to help us and to grow and to help their journeys, to think about where they want to go and what they want to do, and to be a part of that in a very small way. Brian DiStefano, he was here with us for 8 or 9 years, I believe. So to have Kirsten Green come with us here, and now came from, with me at other places, and also now being my boss as an assistant athletic director. She's meant everything to me and to our programs through the years where we've been.
So I was a manager at Duke for 4 years, and then I was the director of operations at Seton Hall for 4, at Michigan for 6, here at Harvard for 8, and then I 3 years ago moved over to the administration and have been assistant athletic director since.
And to have now Mike Sotsky, who's one of our assistant coaches, and the job he's done in a short period of time has been nothing than amazing.
I started at Duke in 2011. I was a manager all 4 years, graduated in 2015, then spent a year on the coaching staff as a staff assistant following graduation, made the jump to Harvard in August of that next year.
But as you get older, I think you also realize that there's so many habits that you develop, so many things that you learned, and no matter what career you'd end up being in, those would be incredibly valuable things. And so I think that's one of the things as I look back that I'm so grateful for, the habits, the values, those kinds of things that you learn just being a part of the program and being around everybody every day. Sense of urgency, attention to detail, those are the things that stay with you 20 years later.
Everybody is ready to go to bat for you and wants to help you. And that's one of the beauties of the Duke basketball family, is that it really is a family, and you remain part of that family even after you've left there.
They bring a sense of what we've all been a part of. We kind of know what it's like to have to work in a certain way, and the kind of success that we've learned and how we've been taught. That's a powerful formation there.
He's built something very special at Harvard.
Again, that word gratitude goes back a long way. And the next play phrase, the next play, concept, I remember learning that, I was just a freshman at Duke, and that's, again, goes back a million years, but I remember that has stayed with me throughout, for good and bad. There's been some tough times when you go through things with a game, or even my career, being fired at the University of Michigan and coming here, and when that happened, the first thing I thought of was the next play. And that kind of led me to where we are today, because I didn't stop to wallow or to think in ways that wouldn't be healthy. And always thought of that phrase, next play, being a very powerful one on the court and off the court. And certainly you mentioned standards. That's it's a big part of our program. Like, we're trying to live up to our internal standards. And so you get that from him. You get that from the Duke program, your years there as a player and as an assistant coach for me. And those concepts and those philosophies are invaluable to what we're trying to create here at Harvard.